He had an interest in music, and he learned the same way that all those other artists learned. He saw street performers, he saw or listened to the radio, and probably sang in church too. That seems to always be a big part for them. But Hank Williams ended up finding the right people at the right time, getting on the radio, and eventually having his first big break.
Thank you very much. Now, as you can tell, Hank Williams occasionally wrote some sad songs. And this next one, I'm not sure, it might take the cake. He recorded it in his last session in 1952 on the day that his divorce was finalized. So, yeah, I mean, it doesn't get much sadder than that, I can imagine. But he tried. And he wanted to call it, initially, I Lose Again. But his producer said, you know what, man, come on, that's just too sad. So they changed it up a little bit. But here, let's do that one more. The news is out all over town that you've been seen out running around. I know that I should leave, but then, well, I just can't go you again. This heart of mine would chart success, this next song, I don't know if you have a country song out there that was more successful, at least at the time. It was performed most famously by a woman named Patti Page, but before that it was a country song written by Red Stewart and Pee Wee King, and I mean, everybody's done it, but this, it sounds like there's a storm coming. Should we do anything? But this next song was a huge hit, and I actually looked this up the other day. It was the #1 selling single from its release in 1951 to the mid-70s in Japan. So I don't know. I'm sure that matters. That might show up in Trivial Pursuit or Jeopardy or something. So just, let's do that one. I was waltzing with my darling to the Tennessee Waltz when over I happened to see. I introduced him to my loved one, and while they were waltzing, my friend stole my sweetheart from me. Well, I remember the night and the Tennessee Waltz. Now I know just how much I have loved. Yes, I lost my little darling the night they were playing the beautiful Tennessee Waltz. Play it, Tom. Just how much I love. Yes, I lost my little darling the night they were playing the beautiful Tennessee Waltz. The beautiful Tennessee Waltz. Thank you. This I'll be here all night. Yeah, this next tune is another one of comes from another one of Hank's contemporaries, but it actually came to this contemporary before from one of the founders of country music, a Mr. Jimmy Rogers. The Singing Brakeman, right?
The Singing Brakeman.
The Singing Brakeman. Anyway, he did this song probably back in the 20s. Well, definitely back in the 20s. And it found its way into vaudeville and just a special place in America's heart. And over the time, a man named Webb Pierce, if you've ever heard of him, there you go. We got 1, 2, 3 people that have heard of Webb Pierce.
3 or 4 Webb Pierce people.
Hey, he's a cool guy. He got a hold of this song and actually turned it into a hit. And the funny thing about Webb Pierce is that he was kind of known for his, flashy suits and things like that. And I don't really know, can we get like a picture of a flashy suit up there? Is there any way? I don't know what they really look like. I see what happened there.
He wants you to turn around.
I didn't make this myself. I was a wonderful costumer at the Palms Theater in Mesa. Anyway, back to the story. Webb Pierce, Tim was actually telling me that he had a pool that was the shape of a guitar. And
No, Webb Pierce had a pool.
oh, you did. I was going to come over on Monday, but
Sorry,
I guess
sorry, Charlie.
never mind if you just have a regular pool. All right. Well, let's do this one for you. Feel free to sing along. It was actually most recently, maybe you heard it in the movie musical, whatever, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? But I think you'll get the chorus. We're in the jailhouse now. 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 Well, they told us once or twice to quit playing cards and shooting the dice. We're in the jailhouse now. Well, I had a friend named Rambling Bob. He used to steal, gamble, and rob. Thought he was the smartest guy around. Well, I found out last Monday that Bob got locked up Sunday. They got him in the jailhouse way downtown. He's in the jailhouse now. He's in the jailhouse now. He's in the jailhouse now. We're in the jailhouse now. Well, I told him once or twice to quit playing cards and shooting dice. He's in the jailhouse now. Wait a second. Tuesday, I met a girl named Susie. I told her I was the swellest guy around. Well, she started calling me honey. We started spending my money. We took in every honky tonk in town. We're in the jailhouse now. 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 Well, they told us once or twice to quit playing cards and shooting dice. We're in the jailhouse now. Take these chains from my heart and set me free. You've grown cold and no longer care for me. All my faith in you is gone, but the heartaches linger on. Take these chains from my heart and set me free. Take these tears from my eyes and let me see just a spark of the love that used to be. For if you no longer care for the love that's beaten there, take these chains from my heart and set me free. Give my heart just a word of sympathy. Be as fair to my heart as you can be. Oh, if you no longer care for the love that's beaten there, take these chains from my heart and set me free. Well, take these chains from my heart and set me free. You've grown cold and
Never happened.
Never happened. Somebody want to tell me?
Out of 2 weeks it didn't happen.
Well, do your best. We'll see if we can figure it out. Now we come to another song by one of Hank's contemporaries. And this man went by the name of Eddie Arnold. Yeah. And Eddie Arnold's an interesting character because he comes along and he starts out with the cattle call kind of stuff, very much cowboy country music, and then he kind of had to reinvent himself with the new Nashville sound in the 60s, late 50s, early 60s. And I mean, he was successful. He was successful until the end of his life. He was able to find a way to survive and be a country artist that whole time, which is impressive compared to some of his other contemporaries. They didn't quite make it all the way. But this next song kind of comes in between those times, the country and the Nashville sound stuff. And I told him I wouldn't do this show if I didn't get to sing it. It's one of my favorite songs to sing. And so, I'll do it for you right now.